Good morning everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to a new video. I've not been up long, I still look like I'm half asleep to be honest. I hope you guys are doing good. If you were at the Newcastle Brighton game last night, then I've no doubt you'll still be in bed. I wasn't at the game yesterday. I'll be honest, I was actually a little bit gutted waking up yesterday morning, seeing all of the Snapchats and Instagrams of everyone making their way down to the ground. I didn't feel too bad after the game ended, because it was terrible again. That first half was possibly the worst half of football I've seen us play this season. It was that bad. And when you say to someone Newcastle are yet to win a game after 11 matches in the Premier League, and you show them that first half of football, they're not going to struggle to believe you, to be honest, because it was shocking. Eddie Howe was in the stands, obviously looking on to what a big job he has to try and turn this around for Newcastle United. I actually thought, has Eddie Howe gone in at half time and spoken to these players, and is he giving them that little bit of a boost? Because we did come out better second half. It still wasn't good enough to how I think we should be playing and how I think these players are capable of playing, because that's the big thing. If you've got a useless side full of crap players, you can't expect them to win games. But I genuinely think with players like St. Max, players like Wilson who can put the ball in the back of the net, I think Hayden is a great player. He got himself a goal. I think Willock, when he can get back to full fitness, can be a good player for us. Obviously, Dubravka, when he's ready to play a net again, I generally do think we have a better side than what is going out and playing in these games. So that's the big thing. I'm not going to sit here and say I think we should be beating Brighton yesterday. I think Brighton are a better side than us. They've played way better than us this season. And realistically, if anyone deserved to win that game, it was them. I think us taking home a point was a very good point on paper. I don't think Brighton actually played that well yesterday. Compared to how they have played in some games this season, that was actually a good chance for us to try and nick a win. And in fairness, we could have. If Wilson hadn't been brought down by the Brighton goalie with seconds to go outside of the box and getting himself sent off, that could have well been our 2-1 snatch and grab win. Slightly off topic, but I thought the ref had a nightmare. I think the penalty was soft. VAR gave it, and then the Sanchez sending off, he clearly takes Wilson out, and the ref doesn't give it until it goes to VAR. The Premier League refs are having an absolute nightmare at the moment. But anyway, back to the game. As I say, I actually thought, had Eddie Howe gone in there at half time and spoken to these players and given them a little bit of a boost, because we did look better second half. But now we've got that mountain to climb, you know. I felt very sorry again for the fans who have gone down there yesterday. The Premier League screwed us in the first place by putting it on at 5:30, the longest away game in the league. And they've put it on at 5:30 where people are going to struggle to get home. People are having to rearrange trains because the train that booked now wasn't available because the game had moved back. So there's just such a hassle with that. And then to go down there and watch that first half of football, must have been thinking, dear God, what am I doing here? Hopefully the pre-match and the atmosphere, and if anyone stayed over in Brighton, had a good night as well. As I say, I was actually gutted that I couldn't make it in the morning, and then by the time the game ended, I was pretty happy to be sat in the house watching telly, not having to get on an 8-hour train home or a 10-hour bus ride. But yeah, the game itself wasn't good enough. Again, I think Brighton have played very well this season. I think we would have done well to take something from that game. I think on paper it was a good point, but if we turned up for that game and played the way I think we are capable of, I think we could have very well won our first game of the season. And as I say, that is 11 games without a win. Only twice have teams in the First Division Premier League not won after 11 games and not got relegated. I think Derby was one in 2000 and the other one was in the 90s with Blackburn. Those were the last two times that teams didn't win their first 11 games or didn't get a win from the first 11 and then didn't get relegated. And by the way, both those teams won their 12th game. So if we don't win our game against Brentford in 2 weeks' time, and then somehow don't get relegated, we will be the first ever team to do that. So if you're not scared of this relegation situation yet, I think that stat will definitely put some worry into your mind. That if we are able to avoid relegation, we will be the third ever team to do it after not winning after our first 11 games. Yeah, I know. So again, we go into the international break. Eddie Howe still yet to be officially announced. But I mean, it's as good as gold. He's sat in the stands with Amanda Staveley. I'm not sure why they've waited so long to officially announce it. I think probably they wanted to let Jones get his final game out of the way, and then they'll probably announce it on Monday, if not today, maybe. I think today might be a bit soon. Following the game, I think Monday is more likely, and then he'll take training on Monday, and he's got 2 weeks to work with this side and. Again, he's got a month and a half until the January transfer window opens when he can actually look to bring in new players. But we need to win some games now. Again, our next 4 games are Brentford at home. Brentford just lost yesterday against Norwich. That was Norwich's first win of the season. We are the only side yet to win in the Premier League this season. Thankfully, we're not bottom because we managed to pinch a draw against Brighton. So psychologically, the fact that we're not bottom is good, but still, with the same amount of points away from getting out of the relegation zone is Norwich. Next 4 games we've got Brentford at home, gotta win it, like full stop. Norwich have just beat them, we have to beat them. Eddie Howe has 2 weeks to prepare for this game, and I'm not saying Eddie Howe's going to walk in and work a miracle, but by God, we need him to. Then it's Arsenal away. Can't see us doing anything there, but who knows? New manager bounce, maybe we can catch them off guard. And then after that, it goes Norwich and Burnley. So 4 games there. I think if we discount the Arsenal game, 3 games there, 9 points. Brentford, Norwich, Burnley, got to be 9. Honestly, like, if we don't want to get relegated, I told you a minute ago about the fact that if we don't get relegated, we will be one of 3 teams in history to not win a game in the first 11 and then not get relegated. So it's got to be 9, minimum 7. Draw one of them and win the other 2. So yeah, it's worrying. But again, at least we got a point yesterday. Trying to stay on the positive side of things. Again, it's a new manager, and I'm hoping that Eddie Howe is going to work some magic. I think I'll do a proper video about Eddie Howe when it officially gets announced. I know a lot of people have already done that, and everyone's starting to get a little bit excited by the prospect of a new manager and hopefully a new ethos and a new just a bit of a bounce from this side who, to be honest, look lack of confidence. I mean, you look at oops, my tripod just fell down. Anyway, you look at Graham Jones's game plan yesterday. I mean, any Newcastle fan can tell you, play Shaw and Fernandez, put Dubravka back in goal, get Shelvey out of the squad. Like, the fact that Shelvey's still getting a first team game is still beyond me. I know he can make magic happen, but it happens so rarely compared to his overall performance. It's not good enough. Clark was at fault for the penalty, which I think was very soft, but still, he's just not looking right in that position. And I mean, as I say, Fernandez and Shaw, I don't know what the hell they've done wrong. Like, I don't know if they've been getting with Graham Jones's wife or what, but Christ, how them two aren't even getting in that 11 is absolutely beyond me. And I know Dubravka's only fresh back from injury. And in fairness, I think Darlow made a couple of good saves yesterday. I just think like the overall presence and organisation that Dubravka has over Darlow is worth more. I think they can make the same good. I think Darlow is a very good goalie in terms of shot stopping, but I think Dubravka is as well. I think they're both good shot stoppers. But what I think with Dubravka is a much more settled and organised back line. So he needs to come back in. And I've talked for a lot longer than I planned to on this video, so thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. Obviously, it wasn't a particularly fun talking point this morning. It would have been nice to talk about the fact that we'd won yesterday, but as I say, we've got the international break. Try and forget about it for 2 weeks, and then we'll come back and we'll see what Eddie Howe's got to show us against Brentford at home. 3 o'clock kickoff. It's my favourite time for a kickoff. I will be there, so to be fair, I am looking forward to it. I really hope that we can go out there and get the job done. But again, if we don't, and we do stay up, it will be the first team to ever do that, which is why it is getting very worrying indeed. Alright guys, thanks for watching as always. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you are new. If you're still watching after 10 minutes of me chatting and you're not subscribed, because I know a lot of you guys watch but haven't subscribed yet, then please hit that button, because it makes a huge difference to me and the channel. Alright, enjoy your Sunday. See you in 2 weeks time. Bye bye.